So sometimes when you're looking at transfer speeds, let's say if you are going to get a new internet connection, they might quote it in megabits per second. But then if you're looking at something like a hard drive, you might find the transfer rate quoted in megabytes per second. So what's the difference between megabits per second and megabytes per second? Hello there, my name's Gary Sims and this is Gary Explains. So if you want to know the difference between megabits per second and megabytes per second, please let me explain. So it's great to see you all here again. So let's get into this megabits and megabytes. Well, the starting point, of course, is to look at bits and bytes. So a bit is either a 1 or a 0, and that's how computers work today. They can transfer data around and they can either, something can be on or it can be off, and that's called a bit. And I have a whole video explaining about how you understand how numbers are formed using bits, and that will be linked here in the description below. Now, a byte is a group of 8 bits. And so with a byte, you can store values from 0 up to 255, so 256 values. And that's 1 byte, which is a load of 8 bits. Now, when you transfer data from one thing to another, let's say over a network, actually it's sending lots of ones and zeros. And of course, there's a difference between USB and, kind of Wi-Fi and kind of, wired networking. All these things are different, but ultimately at the end of the day, there are ones and zeros being pushed through the airways or over a wire, and the computer reads those ones and zeros at a certain speed. And the speed is measured in how many bits per second are pushed down that wire or over that wireless connection. Now, of course, very quickly, if you're transferring, let's say, a photo or even some big files that you're copying around, video files from your camera, then very quickly talking just the number of bits, 1 million bits, 10 million bits, 1,000, bits, it's just very quickly going to go upwards in scale. So like we don't talk about, how many kind of, meters is it from one city to another city, we might say how many kilometers it is. Now, those of you in North America, a kilometer is 1,000 meters. Okay, so we talk about kilometers, but we also talk about it in other areas, like you might say kilowatt, for example. And the same applies to computers. We can talk about the number of kilobits or even megabits or even terabits that get transferred over a piece of wire. So just looking at this quickly, a megabit is 1 million bits. Okay, so a megabit per second means 1 million ones and zeros got transferred over that pathway in 1 second. Now, of course, that's different to bytes because bytes are groups of 8. So when you say something is transferred so many megabytes in a second or so many bytes in a second, you're specifically talking about these groupings of 8 of these bits. So effectively, a megabyte is in fact 8 times bigger than megabits. And that's the basic thing, because in one of you are measuring the actual ones and zeros, and in the other you're measuring them in packets of 8, which are called bytes. So megabytes per second is actually 8 million bits per second. And then, because you divide that by 8, because there are 8 bits in a byte, so that gives you 1 million bytes in a second, which of course is 1,000 kilobytes in a second, which is 1 megabyte per second. So how do you tell the difference? When you're quickly looking at the spec sheet, when you're quickly reading something, the key is this. If it has a little b, a small b, a lowercase b, that means megabits because bits are small. If it has a big B, then that means it's bytes because bytes are bigger than bits. In fact, it's 8 times bigger. So when you see a big M, a small b, and a small p, and a small s, that's megabits per second. Now, when you see a big M and a capital B, a big B, and a small p and a small s, that's megabytes per second. And of course, megabytes per second is 8 times more. So it's always worth checking whether you're looking at hard disk speeds or Wi-Fi speeds or network speeds, whatever you're looking at, to check is it a small b or a big B, and then you'll know whether it's dealing in bits or whether you're dealing in bytes. Now, there is just one more thing to mention here, and that is actually about kilos and megas. Now, in the world of outside of computing, when we talk about, as I said, a megawatt or a kilogram or a kilometer, we're talking about 1,000 or multiples of, thereof. Now, in computing, actually, a kilobyte in terms of memory is a bit bigger than 1,000. It's actually 1,024. And that's because it's 2 to the power of 10, because computers like to do everything in powers of 2. And in fact, when you get up to a megabyte, it's actually 2 to the power of 20. Now this can actually cause some discrepancy between what you think you're getting and what you really get. I remember a few years ago I bought a hard drive. It was a huge hard drive, 170 megabytes. Woohoo, absolutely massive. Okay, and I got it home, and I remember after I formatted it, it was only 163 megabytes. Now, and those days, those extra 7 megabytes was a lot of space. I was like, but I've just paid for 107. And of course, today it's the same. If you buy a 1 terabyte drive or a 2 terabyte drive, when you plug it in, it's not that number. And that's because hard drive manufacturers quote the bytes in groups of thousands, whereas many operating systems report the size based on base 2, so in terms of a kilo being 1024 and so on. So this can sometimes cause confusion when you see a discrepancy. So in terms of memory, it's definitely that it's 2 to the power of something. In most other things, it's thousands or whatever the relevant unit is. Now, to get round this kind of problem, they invented another system to describe the difference between kind of the real kilobyte and a kind of a computer kilobyte. And that was back in 1998. It's kind of been around for a few years. It's used, but it's not really entered into everyday speech. But basically, they came up with this new term, which is a kibibyte, which is actually 1024 byte. And then you've got a mebibyte, and then you've got a gibibyte, and you've got a tebibyte, and they go on and on and on like that. Basically, they took the first 2 letters of what it was, so kilo or mega or giga, and then they added bi at the end to show that it's to do with the binary equivalent of it. So you end up with kibi and mebi and so on. Now those numbers actually truly tell you that you're dealing with 2 to the power of something. Now I'm just going to show you a quick graph here that shows you the difference between the kind of the standard unit version of 1,000 and of a kilo and a mega and tera, and then the terms of computing. Okay, so there we have it, a quick look at megabits and megabytes. So bits is basically ones and zeros, how quickly they're coming down the line, a transfer speed in a second, and megabytes, well, that's 8 times more how many of those bytes are coming down in a second, because the bits are grouped into 8 bits per byte. Okay, there it is. My name's Gary Sims. This is Gary Explains. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Also, please tell me in the comments below your experiences of the difference between megabits and megabytes and kilobits and kilobytes, and have you ever got fooled or mistaken getting the wrong thing because you thought it was actually faster than it really was? I know I've made that mistake myself in the past. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. And well, that's it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.